Good morning, traders. Venderman here with FuturestraderElite with your pre-market prep on 312. We're going to jump into the high time frame chart here. Let's have a look. Switch over to the chart. Some things I want to look at here. We're on the 4 hour right now. So yesterday I kept talking about the line in the sand. As far as if we break this level, we're going to this level. Here's that level yesterday right here, the 890 to 900 level that I kept talking about. If we break this, we're probably going to run straight down to this 4 hour zone. And then we had this imbalance down here plus a pivot, all this confluence down here. We had this other imbalance box, and this happened, I think, overnight after the market opened back up. We got the crack. It dropped all the way down here to where that imbalance was inside the 1 hour imbalance. We had a smaller time imbalance right here is the little box. The green box was a 1 hour imbalance. Got the bounce, come down, tag the bottom of this 1 hour imbalance, and drove back all the way back up to this 4 hour precision entry zone box. So interesting to see that play out. We discussed all that while we was live yesterday. Now we're going to remove some of this stuff, and I'm going to hop this back over to the 4 hour chart so we can have some look at some things on the higher time frame and clean it up just a little bit. So we still have our overhead trend line. We hadn't had to move because it rejected off there. I moved our green trend line this morning. So now we got these levels inside here that don't really mean anything that got pierced through. So this one down here is on the S2 pivot, this long wick 4 hour candle. So we're going to move this down here to around there. Say we're going to go 695 or so to 705. And then as of right now, we're going to take, since we're currently working on a 4 hour candle, we're going to take this one, put this at 950 to 940. 950 has been a key level for the last couple weeks. So that ought to be good up there. We got one down here that's 607 to 617. You got one up here at 42 to 52, which is, well, if it were to get over here, that wouldn't be during the day. I was thinking this is running through that trend line. If you could get a push higher today, all the way up here to hit the trend line, this one here is 114 to 124. Excuse me. And then, then we're going to put one around 745 to 745. Or not, 747 to 757. We'll put one there. Change it over to 4 hour. And then we'll hop this down to the 1 hour. Trying to speed through this a little bit so that these pre-market prep videos aren't very long. That way you have time to watch them. I don't want to carry on about some things that don't really matter. So we had some imbalance in the 1 hour back here, but it's already gotten filled. We still have imbalance down here to the downside. They caught down there at 694, so that's kind of the line in the sand. We don't want to break that today. Hopefully they try to keep pushing this up. And there's not much on the 1 hour. We got a little here. Let's grab us a box and go somewhere, say something like that. There's a little bit on the 1 hour. Yeah, that's about all I can see on the 1 hour. So, overall, we kind of got the move overnight that we had been talking about yesterday happening. or what could happen. So now we need to see if they can drive this back up, you know, and not draw it back down. It'd be we're currently trading at 870. You know, a push up here to 25, 150 or so would be nice. Get up back in this area. So we'll see what that happens when they open the market today. The golden pivot is at 25,000. You know, if we can get above that and get through the 4-hour zone, then, you know, maybe a push on up to that trend line to the top. You know, if we do break this lower trend line, you know, this is a little confluence here. We got a pivot right here at S1 at 820. Then there's some imbalance there on the 1 hour, and then we got a trend line, and it could sweep and tag one of these 4-hour zones. And of course, that one being, that'd be more than a sweep if it come down to here. That's at 694. That's at the S2 pivot. So I think that's all I'm going to have for pre-market prep. Catch us 8:30 live at the New York Open for the live stream, and I'll see you guys there. Have a great trading day.